This video is just a basic tutorial video on how to play Gwent, what the different symbols and stuff on cards mean. At the beginning of your turn, you draw 10 cards. Deck normally has 25 cards, and you can mulligan up to 3 of them. Now when you put a card back in the deck, you're not going to be able to draw on that card back from your deck, even if you have like another copy of it. So you can use that to your advantage, but that means that whatever you throw back, you tend to draw on the next turn, unless you have a way to shuffle your deck. This Scale Leech starter deck, you want to try to throw these type of guys, the Terse Search Skirmishers, back into your deck, and back into your graveyard, and resummon them again in later turns. And then we got the number in the top left, which is how much power the card has. And that little symbol there under the number tells you what row it can go in. The one that looks like a trebuchet means that it can only go in the bottom row. So no matter what, you have to play it there. If it has this cycle symbol, it means you can play it in any row. And the objective of the game is to get the most power, which is shown the left in the red and blue flags. Whoever has the most power at the end of the round wins the round. But you have to win 2 out of 3 rounds to win the match. So let's see, what should we throw back here? We'll throw back this weather card. And one of these archers. Draw top 2 cards. Yeah, we'll get rid of doo-doo too. Now, different cards have different effects. Like lock means you stop their ability. If they have an ability that's going to go off, then they won't be able to use it. Now, the different colors in cards are silver, gold, and these bronze ones. Bronze cards, you can have up to 3 copies of the same card in your deck. Silver cards, you're only allowed to have 1 copy of each card in your deck. You can only have 6 silver cards in your deck. And there's gold cards, which can't be targeted by anything, not your own effects or the enemy effects. And you can only have 1 copy of the same gold in your deck, up to 4 copies. 4 different golds. There is no draw phase in this game. You only draw at the end of each round. So we'll take turn 1. These are spell cards. This one just does 7 damage. Pretty basic. Let him go. Alright, he played another 6. We'll play our skirmisher because we're going to want him in the graveyard. He damaged him. Then you also have your hero, your leader. And they all have different effects. There's 3 different leaders for each faction. This particular leader, when I play him, you get to play the highest level unit, bronze or silver, in your deck. You strengthen it by 3 and damage it by 1. So you could build your deck around to make sure that whatever you draw with him is always going to be the same card. Which I think the starter deck set up so he grabs, the Clan of Crate Warrior. Now this guy also has an effect, same with this guy. Both have an effect that says Veteran. That means that every turn, their base power is going to get boosted by 1 every round. Not turn. Alright. Play the Shieldsmith. He gets to strengthen an ally by 2, which is different than boosting. Because strengthen means that even if you resurrect it or anything, it's going to have that added to its strength. Boosting is just temporary. Oh, he locked it. So now if it goes to the graveyard, it won't strengthen itself. I have the dwarf, so I can just unlock it. Alright. Now Scorch, this card can be tricky sometimes because it says destroy all the highest units. That means it will destroy your own units if you have the highest number in the top left on the board. But since he has an 8, I have nothing higher or equal to 8, I can just Scorch it and kill it. The yellow numbers is armor. That means any damage they take, it'll go to the armor first. But armor does not affect the overall power. Just like a protection. Play Ermion. Draw 2. I have to discard 2. Get rid of Black Hand. And this other archer. Because that archer only really has 8 power since it only does 1 damage. And you played another one. This guy gets boost 3 damage units to the left by half their power. Not going to use him yet. Just boost up my skirmisher more. Now decoy, this one allows you to return an ally to your hand, boosted by 3. So it'll heal it and boost it by 3. That's green numbers means they're boosted. So he really has 10 health. He just played DM Bomb, which resets all units. That's why strengthening is better than boosting, because even if they do something that will remove all your boosting power, it won't remove the strengthened power. Play Royal Decree, lets me search for gold in my deck. Now Brave, that means that if you're still lower on power after you play the card and it adds up its power, its effect will go off, which can be really useful if you're behind. Just kind of surprise the opponent to think that they're close to winning, then you're caught back up. But we're not 10 points behind, so we'll just play Triss Marigold. And she has deploy ability, which means something, whatever it says, will happen when you play her. Which will be deal 5 damage, so we'll do 5 damage to one of these trebuchets. Since it would, the armor would take the damage first if we were to hit one of them. Speaking of Brave ability, there's Geralt. He got boosted by 3 because he was 10 points. I mean, he was still behind after he played him. So I'll just play my last card, take the first round. Now this is the interesting thing about Gwent. Since there is no draw phase, like you don't draw every turn, draw at the end of every round. At the end of round 1 you'll draw 2 cards, and at the end of round 2 you'll draw 1 card. You also only get to mulligan 1 card on rounds 2 and 3. Just throw the Witcher back. Now if you're ahead at any point in time, and you think you got the round or you want them to use more cards to beat you, you can just pass. Whoever wins the round always goes first. So now he had to play a card. He's down 1 less card than me in the final round. Alright, we drew a doo-doo. He's not very helpful. Alright, we'll play our skirmisher. It's round 3, so instead of being a 5 power, 6 power, he's an 8 power now. Play the clan Brokavar. Now he damages 3 enemies by 1. So if there's only 1 enemy on the enemy field, you have to damage your own. you have to complete all your card's effects. Rally to search out a random unit in my deck and play it. And that'll boost me up past his power. I won 2 out of 3 games, so that's a win. End game screen just shows you what the power was at the end of each round. And that's about it for the basics. I'll see you in the next video for a more detailed guide on like what to do with the game and how to play it. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.